Apparently the Netflix film account on Twitter kind of went off the deep end today with a very random and out of nowhere tweet that they posted, and this is what they said. They said, "Quick PSA, can we stop calling films chick flicks unless the films are literally about small baby chickens? Here's why this phrase should absolutely be retired." Ooh, chick flicks. How dare you use the term chick flicks, you misogynists. So, and this is not a quick PSA at all. This is there was like 4 or 5, maybe like 6 tweets on this actually. So yeah, not really a quick PSA, but yeah. So basically, chick flicks are now a horrible thing to call movies, and you know, despite the fact that we know what chick flicks are, the fact that it's just a term that people use to understand a type of film, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. So let's go ahead and continue to see what Netflix Film has to say about using the term chick flicks. For starters, chick flicks are traditionally synonymous with romantic comedies. This suggests that women are the only people interested in romance and comedy, which I can promise from the men I've come across in my life simply isn't true. Yeah, you're probably surrounded by soy boys. Just pointing that out there. Just pointing that out there. And we know the person who actually tweeted this stuff, and I might get to that in a little bit as well. But yeah, so the person that tweeted this is actually like a pretty raging SJW person, it seems like. And so apparently chick flicks are traditionally synonymous with romantic comedies, and I mean, I agree with that, but then I don't necessarily know what she's saying here. This suggests that women are the only people interested in romance and comedy. Where on earth are you pulling that from? I mean, are you pulling that from because chick flicks? Because chicks usually are the ones that like romantic comedies? I mean, that's true. The biggest demographic of romantic comedies are usually women. I mean, that's just a fact. That's just a straight up fact. Same as like most action films have a bigger demographic of men. I mean, that doesn't mean that women can't like action films, and that doesn't mean that men can't like chick flicks. It just means that they have these different terms so that people know what kind of film it is, and is speaking to a major demographic in one sense and a major demographic in the other sense. This does not mean that women are the only people interested in these movies. I don't know where you're pulling that out of. Obviously not any sort of brain, because it's very clear that you don't have one of those. So there aren't sweeping categories specific to men. You don't hear people asking to watch man movies. I mean, I do refer to some kinds of movies like bro movies, but you also have categories like Western movies, which is, I'm guessing, is mostly watched by a majority demographic of men. Comic book movies, which are also watched by a majority of men. Action films have a bigger demographic of men that watch them than women. And I mean, just because they're not called man movies doesn't mean that these categories aren't more leaning towards male demographics, you know? Instead, pretty much every intersection of genre is on the table and seen as for men, except, of course, the aforementioned rom-coms. So freaking offended right now. Oh my gosh. The term also cheapens the work that goes into making these types of films. Romantic comedies and or films centered around female leads go through just as much editing, consideration, and rewriting as any other film. Okay, I don't know how that cheapens the film. It's literally just, you know, it's not cheapening the film. It's, oh my gosh, this person is so dumb. Oh man. Anyway, and nicknaming films chick flicks drives home that there's something trivial about watching them, but what's trivial about watching a film that makes you feel 1,000 emotions in 90 minutes? Ooh. Anyway, this person is just insane, and just, yeah. And then we got here some other responses from some people. Love you, Netflix, but maybe we want to own the label. Maybe it empowers us to own it. Okay, I mean, sure, I guess. That's fine with me. How woke do you have to be? You hire only liberals and now you're preaching. Do you want us as customers or not? We do not care about your politics and your desire to eliminate masculinity. Get woke, go broke. As a woman, I encourage and condone the use of chick flicks. Please ignore this attention-starved drama queen running Netflix social media. And it is, in fact, a attention-starved drama queen that's running the Netflix social media. At least she was, but now her name has suddenly disappeared from that. So I don't know if that's still the case or not. But yeah, you know, this is just ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous, and it makes literally no sense at all, and probably was one of the most, probably one of the dumbest and most useless tweets I've ever seen from a certified Twitter account. Oh man, I really hope that Netflix really gets a handle on this. And from what I understood, they basically, there was somebody that was running this account named Caitlin something. Oh, what was her name? I actually can't remember what her name was off the top of my head, but yeah, and she was like, you know, some sort of raging SJW or something, and now she's just completely just gone. Thankfully, hopefully that means that Netflix is taking care of it behind the scenes, because yeah, that's just ridiculous. There's no reason to point that out. All it's doing is just creating more division and not helping anyone. So yeah, you're just going to continue to suffer if you continue to do these woke tweets and things like that, Netflix. And if you want to lose your business, that's totally fine. That's all on you. But just a fair warning, this is probably not the best tactic. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.